OSP is not being fair.
Why is he not being fair?
OSP is not being fair.
Sir Mike.
One. On himself. He's human.
EZRA 94.1.
Oh yes. Sure. Some me yare. Na me took akwa ho yare. Atwa me letter. Na maka kire wo say me yare. E ko me yare.
Me akwa minim da ba.
Na wo ka kire me say chinchina kire me mbra na mama. Ba fa kwa bia so
ya
ah. What are you talking about?
Sir Mike.
Mabasum Ghana. Na me wie na me yare a.
EZRA 94.1.
Sikana wo se me wie a open no sabeka.
Enti Ghana Sir Mike says open just obia be yare. Okay, ati ase. Ghana kroma obia yare a wonko.
No, yati kroma ha.
Na dia na okay.
Yati kroma ha. Ye nim se. Ofori-Atta. Me no me nyina nim. Me don kuma yi ase. I was part of the committee and ya yi. First say Ofori-Atta. Ya na nante about 3 days. Papa no yenye nim sa oyare o
me de minim
na ho fa no
Sir Mike minim
me de minim
o
OSP na kasa so kwa no ya we say
o ya doctor
o say
Ofori-Atta yare awuni o Sir Mike me tie me yare me no na ya adwuma ni say me yare
yare bi wa esemu
e dey asana kan say me yare pa me yare
stress o de na yare stress
me yare a chese no achi nyame nko a
o de na stress
what I say me yare
o so do ahome
but na tie Aden na okay me are me kofie minim da na bedroom ha yes na kan so
but
what be the finance minister
o tire me no letter na de ma me no menya obuo e de ama 2 minute kuta as special prosecutor no I respond to the letter through my lawyers. This is my health, the health of a Ghanaian. Yem for the health no any kind any the way case study first ne woto ni wie ne anim so ne woto no na say nkoko ye ebia OSP am na baby about 3 months 4 months still na want ten kan dia. That is why I obey declare a fugitive. But what I say but onya sa de ni nyina na ono no twa na return na response na no now I say ka de okay
okay
because
so
he thinks that Mahama is not using him so he want to be relevant
so
what is that Reverend
in teacher so bia ayi yare akwawi secretary to the president.
Oh
huh?
Oh osame ka
me di atuo yare
asati me di atuo
Ofori-Atta yare na don so be yare untumi so be yare na bi so be yare
94.1
wa de na apeso kire
Dabi hwe
just obi anyare
no tie
obi anyare wo kroma
ya wa Ghana ha
Dabi o
na Ofori-Atta kwa away be 2 months no kwa no yare ya we Ghana fo nyina ya we so even when na ban wo so no na oyare efri o manum ko hwe ne ho yare for some time and no maye obaye no abaya adwuma akra na akotra akiri na akotra akiri kwa sa ko presidency na now no what's we here no as OSP with 4 charges fair enough share the doctor see kan yi say me no ayi a OSP a kisi jaben en kameka Ghana fo nyina say yanko enkoto dwanum gide bi e obi a na yemo mpa emfa ma the former finance minister na ne ho nto no na there are questions bi o ho a was obeyano than to be showing up telling Ghanaians doing
what declare fugitive.
How do you declare somebody fugitive once you know the person is sick and the person has not run away from the country?
How do you know? You na walk us away are you?
Doctor report no already is here, Reverend.
Aye.
Enti eno na
doctor report kan ka say wo yare a wontimi nante.
Wo say
maame no ba yo wo yare a wontimi ka so. Mpai ba ene wa man aduane adi. Enya no ana akoi.
OSP enye fair to the man. I can ask me. You've written to the man now. Ocha krata command no ni Ghana. No outside. Per the data already krata command no ni country no. And I catch you say me have me wo yare. Minim da me ba. But my lawyers are available for anything. Also there be me here one kasa mu. Fair enough. Deal with him. We investigation na wa say e conduct. Na yes asiemponi e na yo OSP obeka na Ghana for ni ji ameka o mo say OSP ene obi a obeka Ghana for one asem a sisa ba na pa ba e ni ani age ni e boy nsema ma no e kowi a chede ne siye ankosi aga asɛm bia ne wa kisi jabe ba ya waso mu a akoyie enti even if sir finance minister former wayefo so mpokura no a me de me hu no say wayefo so mpokura no a reverend me OSP obamu yi obesa asem no
sa
oh yes sisi dia ba yina bona ba so waya ade akoji sika akoye sei ewi achi no opasukusi no opa sisi dia brother pa chaw wana sa gudu say yam sei e pa de cho so mfa nche no no pa de chaw forgive enti we akwa ba mu asasam no kisima mu pe na asam na sei do asasam no ano reverend yanko
Tuesday 11 February 2025 before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday. The OSP received another letter from Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry. Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers, Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority, for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Ofori-Atta was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Ofori-Atta, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers' gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Ofori-Atta's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Ofori-Atta's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Ofori-Atta to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Ofori-Atta that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori-Atta purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been seen and evaluated and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments.
The OSP has declared Mr. Ofori-Atta as a fugitive. As a fugitive. Mr. Speaker, in our local language, fugitive, in our local language, it means that wadanwa kangura. Wadanwa kangura. Or, to put it simply, wajibam. 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 Or in the Hausa language, otilo. Otilo. Or to put it in a more simpler way, yagudu. It's as simple as that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we should not be afraid of accountability.